Question 4. Here is a T-shape made from 3 identical rectangles. That word identical is going to be crucial. The area of the T-shape is 90. So we know that the width of the T-shape is 12. The total area is 90. And we're going to be looking for this distance at the bottom here that is x. It says work out the value of x. In a moment, we're going to have to show our working in that big grid. But what we're going to do first is we're going to write a few measurements onto this diagram. Well, if all 3 rectangles are identical and the total area is 90, if we share 90 into 3 equal pieces, we'll get the area of each one. So 90 divided by 3 equals 30 centimetres squared. So each one of these areas must be 30 centimetres squared. So let's write that on. Now what else do we know about a rectangle? Well, we know that the area of a rectangle is given by length times by width. And we know that if the total distance across the top is 12, and these are identical rectangles, if we split that in half, the lengths of the 2 rectangles must be 6 each. Once we know that the lengths of the 2 rectangles are 6 each, we can work out the width, because the width times 6 gives us 30. So what number times 6 gives us 30? Well, it's got to be 5. 5 times 6 is 30, and 5 times 6 over here is 30. Now, remember what we said earlier, the 3 rectangles are identical. So the measurements of these 2 rectangles is the same as the measurement of this rectangle. It's just that this rectangle is turned upright. So the long side is 6 and the short side is 5. So the long side has got to be 6 and the short side has got to be 5. And there we have our answer. X equals 5. All we've got to do now is transfer this sort of working into our answer box. Well, how did we work out the value of x? Well, we said that the total of the 3 rectangles was 90 centimetres squared. So one rectangle was 90 divided by 3, which was 30 centimetres squared. We then said that the length of each rectangle was 6, because we got this from this 12 here divided by 2. So the length of each rectangle equals 6, and the area is length times width. Well, we already know that the area of each rectangle is 30. We know that the length is 6. So what number times by 6 gives you 30? Well, 6 times 5 equals 30. Therefore, the width equals 5 centimetres. And that's the answer that we need to write in this answer box at the bottom. And there's your working out. Please feel free that anytime you get a question like this to do some workings out on the actual diagram itself, like we did there, to help you understand what's going on.